Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Music History 1. I'm Dr. J, your instructor. Hopefully, you guys remember me from previous classes or just seeing around the building, but really looking forward to the semester with you guys exploring the history of music. This is different than other classes we've had. This is something I really personally enjoy, just understanding trends, the history of trends, developments, right? And that's kind of what history is, right? Is recognizing trends. And that's one of the things that we will be looking at this semester as it relates to music, right? Obviously. But just really excited about having you guys. Sorry I'm not with you today in person. I am traveling through Walsenburg today for a dentist appointment. If you know anything about dentists, A, they're not fun. We all know that. But two, the other thing is that the with dentist appointments, if you don't keep those appointments, then you're looking at several months out before you can see the dentist. And for me, that just was not an option because it's been about a year and a half. Kind of moving to Alamosa last year uh, kind of created some difficulties getting things established. So finally getting that done. So I hope you guys understand. I share that as in I hope you guys understand, and I appreciate your flexibility and understanding with that. So today, since I'm not able to be there with you, I did want to create this video to kind of share some things of what to expect, right? So this first class day is just kind of getting acclimated, getting familiar with the course. So I've uploaded everything into Blackboard, so take some time today to get familiar with Blackboard and the course. So click the Music History 1 course in Blackboard. It's got the music manuscript there, so hopefully that's easy to identify when you're pulling through your course list, right? And then on the left side, you see your learning modules. Click the learning modules tab, and here, the first thing that you will see is the syllabus document. This is a separate folder, and in there is the syllabus for the course. It opens in a new tab. Do take some time to look over this to get familiar with it and so forth. Some really good information. The first page, obviously, my contact information. When the course meets, general stuff. We're all familiar with it. And then the important dates when we're in class, when we're not in class. But then specifically, when you scroll down, I want to highlight the grading aspect, how your grade is determined in this class, right? So we see the breakdown. All of these things are kind of geared to build off of each other. I tried to create it to where things build off of each other. The weekly blogs, we're gonna do some blogging, right? What are things that we talked about this week? Maybe there's a really cool song that we listened to in class, and you want to write about it, right? You want to blog about it, share it with your friends. How do we do that, right? The blog is going to be our practice, right? Our practice into doing those kinds of things that will prepare us for the research project and the proposal leading into that project that you can see there. But kind of how I try to organize these things, my thought process behind this is how do we engage in the music, right? How do we write about music? Things like that. Those are things that we are going to be exploring and doing as part of music history. Understanding what music is, the developments, that's what was happening in the world at that time. How do those events impact the development of history, and how multiple developments give us an understanding of trends. And then we group them into these style periods, medieval, Renaissance, and Baroque, right? We're going to cover three of those stylistic periods. And before I forget, I kind of was getting a little ahead of myself here. But the textbook information, what textbook are we using in the class, right? There are two resources that we're going to use heavily in this class. One is the actual textbook. It's thick, I know, it's expensive. Rest assured, this textbook is what we will use for Music History 1 and Music History 2. So you get one textbook for two classes, right? So that's the textbook. And then for the Music History 1, we will also be using a score anthology. There are actually three anthologies for the that accompanies the textbook. We're going to just use the one this semester because it just covers Antiquity to Baroque. That's all that we're going to focus on for the first semester of music history. The beginning of time up until the Baroque to about 1750. That covers the end of Bach and Handel, two big names that we all know, and just kind of understanding their contributions, right? Individual contributions to the history of music. So we'll do a lot of score reading, score analysis, right? Kind of breaking down, really understanding what this music is and how it fits into that time period, right? And looking at the trends, the developments and trends that have impacted the history of music and the history of mankind, for that matter. So those are things that we're going to be doing. There's the textbook information. Um, if you want to purchase a new copy, you can. I'm fine with a used copy. If you can find a used copy of the 10th edition, it's been around, I think, long enough that there should be some used copies out there. Feel free to purchase those. If you get a new copy, even better, because you will have access to the digital resources, right? And so I linked that main page here in on the main page in Blackboard when you log into our course. And just click it, and we'll kind of go over this a little bit on Thursday in person. But when you purchase a new copy of the textbook, it'll come with an access code. And with that access code, it'll give you the ability to stream the playlists, access some resources that to kind of help build on, give you some other avenues to practice things that we talk about, kind of becoming a music historian. So we'll kind of do various things like that for you guys. It'll also link a copy of the ebook as well for you guys. Sorry, my ear. I need to scratch my ear. Whew, that felt better. Sorry. To put that on video, but I'm going to keep this, I think, anyways. Regardless, sorry, ADHD brain. If you know me, if you remember me, I have ADHD. Anyways, the ebook is also there with the new copy. So you don't have to have a physical hard copy. Lug this probably 7-pound book, around 10 pounds. I have no idea how much it weighs, but it's not light, that's for sure. But if you don't want to lug that around, feel free to use the ebook. I'm good with that as long as you have access to the book. That's all that really matters, right? As long as you have access to the book. You're welcome to share it with a friend, one or two friends. I'm okay with that as long as you have access to the readings, right? And so when we get to the readings, it's really important that we do the readings before class, right? And so I've got a separate folder here for you guys. And so for Thursday, for next class, we're going to look at pages 9 to 19. Not a whole lot of reading, I know, but take some time to read this so that way we have something to share. We have things to discuss from individual perspectives to collective perspectives, right? What is the early music, right? So that's kind of what we're going to talk about on Thursday. So be sure to do the readings ahead of time so that we have something to share. We have something to discuss as a class, right? And not me up there trying to uh, talk on my own, right? I studied this already. Now let's study it together, right? So be sure to do the readings ahead of time. The PowerPoints, things that we will use in class. So here's something to take a look at, review on your own, the course outlines and expectations as it relates for this course, right? So click it, it'll load up eventually. And my computer's being a little slow today because it's trying to do a lot of different things at the same time. But here is the textbook information, textbook and the score anthology, right? So anyways, all that aside, it's all listed in Blackboard for you guys to take advantage of. But the thing I want to highlight, the thing I want to end with is the homework, right? And so today, with kind of the today being, and let me pull this up for you. Going back to the syllabus here for just a quick second. When we look at the syllabus, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom of the document, you'll see an outline of the schedule, right? So this is going to be like what we're doing, when we're doing, homework, activities to complete. Be sure to do the reading for Thursday, that kind of stuff. And what we're doing when, homework that's due, and the scrolling down, the term project proposal, right? With that term project, we're going to do a big project at the end of the semester. We also going to do a proposal, right? I will ask you to submit a proposal. This is my way of checking in. This is my way to check in with you guys individually, right? What are you thinking for this project? How are you going to go about researching this project, right? The proposal will kind of give us a starting point, right? I will outline, I'll give you some options to choose from. It'll be a separate document. And then we'll just write a proposal off of that handout that I will give you later in the semester. And just choose an option from that list. Start writing a proposal. How are you going to conduct this research? What resources are you going to use? That kind of thing. And then it's due. And then after a few weeks or so, couple weeks, your projects are going to be due, right? All those things, the daily activities, the things that we do in class, the assignments are hopefully going to build and help you prepare for that project, right? The proposal and the project itself. But here again at the bottom of the syllabus, getting back to the syllabus here, I've outlined what we're doing, when, and so forth. And then the activity for today that I want you to do by Thursday, by the time I see you, is to complete this little activity. It's a game activity, just to kind of familiarize yourself with the syllabus. So feel free to print out the syllabus, have it handy when you complete this little activity. It's not graded. It does not go against your grade in the final grade calculation, but just an activity to familiarize yourself with the syllabus and the course policy. So be sure to complete that by Thursday. It's linked in Blackboard, just under that homework tab under week 1 folder, right? And everything I'll link by weeks, and PowerPoints, everything we do on a week by week basis. Everything is listed, outlined in Blackboard, and available for you to access. So with that in mind, I'll let you get to it. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to stop by my office. I'm in room 109 here in the music building. Don't be a stranger. Know that I'm here to help you. I've done this. I've gone through this. And think of me as a resource. Hopefully you'll think of me as a resource because I've been there, I've done that, I've been in your shoes, I know what it's like, I know how overwhelming it can be sometimes. Let me help you alleviate some of that in whatever way I can, right? Know that I'm available, I'm here for that reason. So my door is always open, stop by. I'll be back late this afternoon. I think that's my plan, is to be back later in the afternoon. So if you want to stop by, feel free to do so after watching this video, and complete that syllabus activity for Thursday, and then read pages 9 to 19, and we'll start diving into the evolution of music on Thursday. So with that in mind, take care, everyone. I will see you around. Look forward to seeing you guys around, and really excited to talk about music with you guys this semester and the history of it. And so yeah, it's going to be fun. Looking forward to it, and take care, guys.